What's the most you've ever seen someone lose here?
Myself, $4,000.
Dang! Oh my God! 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another episode of Men at Work. I'm Kyle Pagan, as always, joined by Matt Peoples. Matt, where are we today?
Dude, we did it. We finally did it. We've set out on this journey for millions and millions of years to make it to the Clark Park Parks on Tap. Our first Parks on Tap this year. Can you believe we're here, dude? We're here in West Philly, born and raised, playground.
I knew you were going to do that.
I'm not going to do it. I just said playground.
It's the hackiest.
I was going to say the playground that I was at earlier today was a good time.
Jeez.
Okay. Probably worse. Probably worse.
West Philadelphia is probably the only place that I don't know anything about the culture, about the nightlife, about the restaurants, about anything in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
So,
you're a bit of a Philadelphia stolen valor type of guy.
no, I'm not.
You were giving me guff before the pod saying, I don't know where this is, where that is. Where are you from?
From Montgomery County. I don't say I'm from Philadelphia, though. I don't claim Philadelphia. I'm not one of those, unless I go 2 hours outside of Philadelphia, and then I just tell people I'm from Philadelphia because it's just easier.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I do the same exact thing. Yeah.
Take it back.
I kind of fib.
Take it back.
Yeah, actually, I don't do that.
Dude, I'm not having a good week, all right? Take it back.
Why? What are you having a bad week about?
I'm on the 48-hour rule. I'm on the 48-hour haze,
Dude,
where,
God.
like, Philadelphia Eagles lose, I give myself 48 hours. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. True. You were in person, too, huh?
Oh, yeah, I was there, man. It sucked.
I
I watched that whole thing in person.
I watched that video of you reacting, and it made me feel sad.
Thanks.
You could really, you push your emotion through the camera.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
I'm a thespian.
Well, you're lesbian.
Yeah. Are you, so you're a Birds fan, but, like, you don't wear it on your sleeve, right?
Yeah, I'm like a fair weather. I'm a proud fair weather fan, which I think more people need to admit that they are. I think there's a lot of Eagles fans, and we love you. Of course, you're great people. You guys are awesome. You deal with losses totally well. You don't act like it's the end of the world every single time, like children. But no, I would say I'm like a fair weather fan where I'm like, if they're good, that's fun. If they're bad, all right, I have stuff to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. But you, going back to that, you're a big Sixers fan.
Yeah,
and that hurts
unfortunately.
you.
That hurts pretty bad,
Yeah.
dude. That hurts pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because usually I'll just equate the two together and I try to find the similarities, and it's really just you just land on the paint because there's not like the exact, the differences between the Eagles and the Sixers are not 1-to-1.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Sixers lose in the second round and the Eagles make it to Super Bowls.
Okay, Kyle, I'm gonna put my mitts on you if you keep this crud up, dude. You got to get off the 48-hour rule and you got to get back on the sugar. Kyle's fully keto. I don't know if you guys know this. He's off sugar. He's acting totally different,
It was
dude.
a heartbreaker. I'm not off sugar, by the way. I could never be off sugar. Don't spread those.
I'm just gonna keep reporting that.
Those
Dude.
vicious lies. Yeah, man, it was just like a heartbreaker because like they get the full 59 minutes in the last minute. Kirk Cousins of all people, primetime Kirk Cousins is the one who beats the Eagles. He never beats the Eagles.
He stinks out loud.
And he's got
too.
a winning record against the Eagles, and I can't believe he's got a winning record.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's like 7-5, but he won. He hasn't beaten the Eagles before Monday in 5 fucking years, and I'm just worried. I'm worried. I got a quarterback that I don't know if he's good or not, and that's the worst place to be in the NFL. I got a coach that I don't think is good. I think is the most overpaid cheerleader of all time.
Sure.
The defense, the edge, absolutely stinks. Paid Bryce Hall $50 million. Guy absolutely stinks. The secondary, I think, besides CJ GJ, stinks. The offense, I still love. I know AJ Brown wasn't there and everything, but just like. I was so high on these guys, and I know we're only 1-1, and it's insane. I actually do think they go out and beat the Saints because the NFL was weird, even though Derek Carr's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm in a weird limbo right now, and I'm not happy about it. And you know what? The worst part about it is, I don't go to games. If you go to games, you're a fucking psychopath.
Why?
It is so hard to get in and out of that complex. It is insane.
Like the stadium at large?
The stadium at large. Like, I had an Uber, and it takes me usually 15 minutes on a good day to get there. It took me at least an hour just to get up to Jetro. I had an Uber. I didn't even have to park. My buddy came who was filming for me for doing stuff. We were doing stuff with a brand. And it took him from your area of Jersey to park 2 hours. He sat in a 4-block line for an hour and 20 minutes.
How is that possible? Were the Phillies playing the same night?
No. Dude, I'm telling you. People complain about potentially having a Sixers arena downtown, traffic-wise. The traffic is no better in South Philadelphia.
Can't be worse. True, yeah, it's a good point.
The traffic is no better in South Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And more people drive to that complex. And it's just like, and then getting out of there. I mean, after a heartbreaking loss, I will admit, listening to people, grown men, as you're walking down the ramp, scream bloody murder about other gigantic specimens that make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Is very, very funny, and it takes a load off of the loss. And I really do appreciate that. But then you get to SEPTA, and you try to take the subway home.
Yeah.
And then I want to be that guy screaming bloody murder at our $1 billion
but that's reasonable.
Transportation.
That's reasonable, dude.
It is so bad. It took me 3 trains to get to try to first off. Usually, the first game of the year, a brand will pay for SEPTA rights. Not this year.
They said no dice.
No dice. So I guess SEPTA didn't secure a brand. Second, we're so ass backwards with our public transportation system that they just introduced credit cards and debit cards to be used at the turnstiles.
I have noticed that,
and that has fucked so many people up.
Yeah,
that don't come into the city regularly.
Should it make it so much easier?
It should make it so much easier, but people are like,
they can't pull their card out.
They can't pull their up.
Dude, I will say, tapping your card has shut down many an old folk.
Oh my! I don't even carry a wallet anymore. It's awesome, but yeah, the old folk, it's their kryptonite.
If you're over 45 years old, you see like tap here, they're like, what could that possibly mean?
What is this goddamn machine?
They'll sit there and get on their knees and start licking the turnstile to be like, I don't know, I think this might work. I have no idea what's happening here. I mean, do you think like the traffic though is people getting absolutely blacked out at games, and then they're trying to change the station between like Sweet Caroline and like some AC/DC thing? That might be what it is. No more WIP after games.
Oh, I mean, people become weaponized. I can't even imagine what our poor UPS driver from last episode was going through. He's probably being weaponized right now.
He probably got manhandled the past couple days. This poor guy
still lost his voice. Back to my transportation story. So I finally get through the turnstile. I get down. The express train already packed. So I got to go to the local train. Local train pulls up. I get in. All of a sudden, express train, another one pulls up. I get in on that one. So I'm like, okay, because I have to go all the way down to Fishtown. Like, express is like 40 minutes faster. We're sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for the train to go. A conductor from the train comes in and goes, this train is out of service. What are you guys all doing here? He looked at us like we were idiots. I said, dude, we've been sitting in here for 15 minutes. You couldn't have told us that 15 minutes ago?
Oh, my
it was out of service?
And that was just his entire thing. He's like, get off.
Oh, they don't care.
Why would they not care?
Because they don't. The train. I don't know why the train is out. Why is the train out of service? There's 80,000 people trying to get out of a stadium.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. Like we need a government overhaul. We need Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. You ever go to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Whoever runs the logistics of Chick-fil-A should run the logistics of every single thing in this country.
Whoever ran Chick-fil-A 4 or 5 years ago should be running it. Chick-fil-A now has lost their minds, dude.
But dude,
have you been to a Chick-fil-A recently?
I guess not, but the logistics are amazing. Are you talking about the food quality?
No, food quality, it's taking a hit with the whole introducing GMOs into like the food. Right. They had no GMOs beforehand. The food is unfortunately better, which I'm not proud to say. They've introduced GMOs, and I'm like, finally, something I remember tasting.
Yeah, dude.
But, dude,
your childhood.
Chick-fil-A has gotten to a point where they're like, we're going to add 4 lanes. You're going to have to do 8 loops around the entire campus of Chick-fil-A so you can finally enter.
Oh.
Real ones, dude. Real ones in New Jersey, dude, by the suburbs.
That's fine. But once you could be in a 50-person line, and those Chick-fil-A people, which they are, first off, the nicest people in the world. I don't know how they consistently find the nicest people in the world.
Yeah.
But we also need to hire them for all our other customer service jobs. And they have the people out there with the iPads. You don't even have to go to the drive-thru. If they're backed up, you go to the drive-thru. You hit one kiosk. They confirm your order. Then you hit your next kiosk. They have the order out there. They read it back to you. They never miss anything. They give you 15 different sauces.
You're a saucy guy,
dude, it's like a line of 50 people that would usually like shut a McDonald's down.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A can have that gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, all the people inside of the McDonald's working are unfortunately on heroin, but that makes it tougher for them to process a line, which totally fine, do your thing. But I will say the Chick-fil-A thing, you don't ever feel guilty like looking at some poor 17-year-old girl holding an iPad in like 28-degree weather.
What do I care?
You don't care at all?
I got my hot chicken in the bag.
Dude, you don't need any hot chicken. You need a hot... All right, well, I'm not going to finish that sentence. You need a young lady, warm inside, standing behind them. By the way, I don't think...
Don't draw the short straw.
Is that how they do it, you think? They probably do.
Seniority.
But I'm assuming like that can't make the line move any faster.
Yes, it does.
How so?
They walk up to your car and they say, hey, how can I help you? What do you need? They see a problem and they fix it right away.
Yeah, but I think the problem is not as much how
McDonald's
quickly...
used to do this and they just didn't do it as well.
Heroin. But I'm saying, I think the people at Chick-fil-A, I don't understand how them being outside makes the line move quicker. I think they take your order quicker, and it makes all these people who sit in their cars and they can't think past like an 8th grade level of like, I want to order now because it makes it quicker. All they do is they come up, they take your order, you're not getting it any quicker, you're just having your order taken quicker. That's my opinion.
McDonald's did the double lane, and they could not perfect it, but Chick-fil-A has perfected the double lane.
we might have to agree to disagree on this one. The Chick-fil-A thing, I just feel bad that there's kids that's got to stand outside. I feel like it makes no pointed difference. I think they're just taking your order quicker so you can wait the same amount of time.
Dude, they're 17 years old.
Yeah.
They have more cells than we do. I think that's true.
I think that's got to be true.
I think you lose cells as you grow older.
And what is the powerhouse of the cell?
The mitochondria? No. Is it mitochondria?
It's mitochondria.
It's not the nucleus? Okay.
No. Nucleus. Who cares?
Oh,
the nuke?
I got one more thing.
Let's hear it.
And this is old Kyle communism coming out right now.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yo.
Hello, Kyle. What are you doing?
Nothing. Sitting here watching the game, smoking some Thrive.
Are you all alone? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
What's up?
Yo, Cheeto, pick up the phone.
Yo. What's up?
What you doing, son?
Nothing. Just chilling. Killing.
True. Enough with the fucking police escorts before the games. Enough with the police escorts.
Yep.
If you want a police escort, get there 2 to 3 hours when everyone else is warming up on the turf. If you're not playing in the fucking game,
Yeah.
Michael Rubin, I'm looking at you. The guy who was ever in this, the guy was in a who makes an Escalades? Ford?
Yeah.
Cadillac?
Chevrolet.
Maybe Cadillac? Cadillac Escalade. The guy was in a Cadillac Escalade. It wasn't even that nice of a car.
Yeah.
And he had like a 5 police fucking escort as we're like weaving in between traffic and stuff. And there's a freaking line from Jetro down to the Walt Whitman Bridge.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no more police escorts an hour before the game.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing in the game or unless Jalen Hurts needs something to play good. Because if you're going in there and you want to go shake hands with Big Dom and you want to just go,
Go on the field.
Go on the field.
Wear like an
then
Eagles starter
you're gonna
jacket.
go sit in a suite and everything. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
All right? Sit in line with the rest of us.
Dude, you're going full Hunger Games. You really are Kyle Communism right now. You should be like, I'm seeing the upper class. I don't like what they're doing.
Dude.
We're going to win the game.
Michael Rubin is the worst with it. His chopper will fly over Wells Fargo Center during a playoff game. He'll land somewhere.
Oh, that's
all of a
so
sudden,
annoying.
he'll split the seas like I-95.
Yeah.
While all the peons are sitting in their cars trying to get in.
Yeah.
Who are sitting in the second level, paid hundreds of dollars that they don't have just to see their favorite team. And Michael Rubin's from the airport to the Wells Fargo Center in 10 minutes or less because he got a police escort. And it is the most nauseating thing. And then he's out of there in 10 minutes.
And he's not even a guy. He doesn't even have a tie to Philadelphia
Not anymore.
He's just like a small guy that went on Ozempic like the rest of us, and now he's like, yeah, just kind of do what I want.
No more police escorts.
I totally agree. How many did you see? Just the one?
Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
But that's like, so you're sitting in traffic trying to get into the game, finding a lot, and you're watching some fucking guy who sells T-shirts that are ironed on Joel Embiid's letter or whatever number.
Probably like the 5th minority owner of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, and not even a minority, which is crazy. Can we get an actual minority owner for the love of Christ?
And bumper-to-bumper traffic going both ways, having to spread like the Red Sea.
That would drive me out of my mind.
Yeah. As most of us are sitting here for an hour trying to just pay $40 for fucking parking. $40 is what it is now.
That's crazy. Dude, people are like always talking about trying to flip cars during like civil unrest.
Yeah.
Flip a billionaire's car. You could get over there, dude. The cops aren't going to, maybe don't do it. They might shoot you. But if they do, at least you're going out with a good cause. And I'm not saying specifically to flip Michael Rubin's car. Let him drive freely, enjoy himself.
Yeah.
I'm just saying next time you're out, you're busy, you're with the boys, you got a couple zins in, had a couple cold ones, flip a billionaire's car.
I hope I didn't bring the energy of the podcast down.
I like it. I feel pretty good.
I'll say something positive.
Yeah.
Down the jumbo.
Yeah. Dude, you're such a glory hound. It's
Me?
unbelievable.
Bradley Cooper, Shane Gillis.
All in different segments.
It's for me, you know, and you'd never find out. Got on the jumbo.
3 of the who's who of who might be gay, dude. And then Kyle is the who's who of who. This is actually kind of fun. So the Jumbotron comes on you. I'd be nervous, dude. Look, I'm a guy. We're a couple on-screen guys, you and I. If I got the Jumbotron, I'd panic and do something weird.
Don't know what to do with your hands.
What'd you do? Give me your move.
So I was doing a bit with Miller Lite.
Yeah.
So I was like, pointing at Miller Lite. Look at me. Just pointing at the Miller Lite, trying to get FaceTime for like that. Somebody like thought that They would buy Miller Lite because they saw me.
Did you get your name underneath? Did they bring you up as like,
dude, what do you think?
I got excited. I don't know, dude.
No, I'm a fucking regular.
You're acting like Michael Rubin's and nobody. I'm thinking you're Kyle Big Bridges right now. I didn't know what was going on here.
I mean, there was like 1,000 people that probably got on the jumbo that day, but I'm just saying the top 3. People were saying, I got a lot of texts. I got some DMs.
Yeah.
I saw you on the Jumbotron, so I'm just saying. Bet you Shane Ghost didn't get that many DMs.
So, yeah, I'm sure he did not. Who is that guy?
Yeah.
So you get on the Jumbotron and you go. You went with like driving past a short bus and the kid looks out the window.
Yeah.
That was your
Yeah.
move? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I would panic. That's honestly better than what I would do.
I was like a kid drowning in the pool.
That'd be good. Be like, the only thing that could save me is a Miller Lite. If this pool was filled with Miller Lite, then I'm drowning.
There's just something so innocent about getting on the Jumbotron and then just immediately being introverted back to just being a child. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd freak out, dude.
You can see me?
I'm totally on your side.
You can see me? The people behind me were going bonkers.
Was the stadium, did they erupt?
No.
God damn it, dude. Erupt for Kyle one time, guys. Let him hear you.
Nah, dude. We're humble. Humble kings.
Are we? You're just talking about being on the Jumbotron.
Dude, I just got on the Jumbotron because I happened to be next to a guy who was giving out Jumbotron invites.
I'm happy to hear you got on the Jumbotron, dude. And I think you honestly did it much better than most would. Because
You weren't even there. How do you know?
From what you're telling me, because I hate to say this, dude, Kyle, I respect you more than anybody. You seem like a guy who would floss on the Jumbotron. It makes me, I want to
so
puke
mean.
even saying it.
That's so mean.
But I would be the same way. I'd panic and I'd be like,
So you know what? You know how that tells me that you only go to strictly Sixers games?
yeah.
Because that's the only place where the floss actually happens. They still have the floss can. They have to. They have to retire the floss can.
No,
The
the floss can has to be there
We
forever.
have not gotten out of the second round since they introduced the floss can. Okay.
Dude, when the American empire falls and nobody has any more money left, I need to see small, cute black kids flossing on the Jumbotron, or else I'm gonna have a bone to pick.
Dude, they are so good. And then when they take the camera and they put it over to the white kid and
Yeah.
he's just so offbeat, you're just like, how do you do it to our? How did you do that to our young brother?
Let him, but dude. The young brothers light it up, dude.
Dude,
The
they're
Jumbotron really should be reserved for like 9-year-old black kids because they knock it out of the
Fuck
park
yeah.
every time. They knock it out of the park
It
every
should
time.
just be black people on the Jumbotron.
Yeah,
They are so much cooler, like so much cooler. They know what to do.
yeah.
We lose like sense of our like motor functions and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I would panic. I would probably put a gun on my mouth and shoot myself, which I always think about how
would-
funny.
Who was the politician that did that?
Oh, Ben Dwyer or something. Somebody Dwyer.
Bud Dwyer.
Bud Dwyer.
You would Bud Dwyer.
That would be
on the
me because I'd
Jumbotron?
panic. And then like the funny part is like the Jumbotron kind of comes back to you every once in a while, so it'd be me with like blood leaking out of the back of my head.
It's just a yeah, one kid's doing the dick in your mouth, and
And it cuts back to like a black kid totally nailing it, and then back to me.
they're just boo.
Damn, if I shoot myself and I get booed, I will be pretty pissed, dude.
Just Bud Dwyering yourself on the jumbo. would be
I got no
hilarious.
bones. Yeah, I think that might be the move. That would be my panic move because I just don't know what to do. The guy.
This guy come on,
Hell yeah, dude.
coming
What's
on?
up, man?
dude. He lured you in. So
Yeah.
so you've been doing chess for 30 years or longer than 30
Yeah,
years.
yeah, absolutely.
And, you
Yeah.
and how
Absolutely.
and are these games daily? Are they weekly? Are they?
No, if the weather's nice, we're out here.
Got it.
We're out here, and we see a lot of things go through. We've had people with, maybe I shouldn't say that. Hi, firearms. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
some situations out here where we've had the police, like around 4 or 5 cars, come down here and just like it's happened like 4 or 5 summers ago. Just stop everything.
Because I'm expecting it to
check
be a
out.
pretty competitive environment. You know, obviously these guys are going toe to toe with each other, and when someone
Absolutely.
loses, someone's manhood feels like it's been checked a little bit when it hasn't been
Oh,
checked.
that's
but-
almost
and then-
like on
yeah.
a daily basis, and
Yeah.
then the trash talk just explodes. And because we have a group of very strong chess players, and some have, let's say, backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love if you guys could sit there and just like record and say, "Are you kidding me? This is better than a sitcom." But some of the guys who are very good chess players are
Yeah.
like, "Dude, I don't want to be seen."
Yeah.
Is it just like this is my time away that I get to kind of enjoy myself? I don't need to be
There it
kind of under a
is.
microscope kind of thing?
You're 100% right.
Right.
I mean, I feel like when you
away from the world.
could you imagine going away for
You
prison
nailed
for
it.
20 years? Imagine going away for prison in 2000 and coming out in 2020. The amount of
you
technological
just hit it.
advances.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
just-
That's a
Like,
good point.
What is this tweeter?
Yeah.
What is this social media
What's this
thing?
Twitter?
I gotta
But
get a
the thing
picture.
is, because the chess players are highly intelligent, they pick up things very quickly.
Yeah.
Sure,
Et cetera, et
yeah.
cetera. So a lot of them hate social media. They're like, what the hell is this TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, and everything else like this? What this is
Yeah.
bull. Yeah, da, da, da.
I can listen to music
What's-
and take pictures on my phone. That'd be crazy.
What an interesting kind of like angle to come from, because I think, at least from my experience, I would have just thought chess players are just like, you see these videos of just like some old
Nerds.
80-year-old
You say
white
it.
dude,
Yeah.
You say it. Nerds.
just kind of
Yeah.
dorks sitting in the
Absolutely.
park.
Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
We got power lifters over there at chess
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
I would not be. I would not be
played
that
pro
guy for that.
basketball.
basketball, you know, all over the and you have you have wrestlers, you have boxers, former professional boxers. You have two twins from Jamaica over there. We have players from Jamaica,
Yeah.
Egypt, China. They're all involved. And we have an international group out here, and we're the strongest chess park in the entire city.
Sure.
Philadelphia.
Like,
period.
wait.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, in terms of strength
Probably
and chess,
so.
and we have some
It seems like some jack dudes over there.
No,
Yeah.
he's jacked. You guys are, you guys are in the gym. Yeah,
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. I
Appreciate
appreciate it.
it.
That's very nice. of you.
yeah, absolutely. All of a sudden, when I come over, it's a bunch of daisies over here. I'm not going to interview.
Well, we're
with
still
them.
daisies. We're just,
No,
we
you guys are not daisies.
We just got a Planet Fitness nearby. That's all.
mental daisies.
Don't say planet.
Mental daisies.
Fitness.
Yeah.
Right,
They
right,
come
right.
from North Philly, West Philly, Upper Derby,
Oh yeah.
Jersey, and
Great-
they're the alphas in their
Greatersford.
chess pot.
Jersey guys. Yeah,
And they
love
come
that.
over here and they get crushed in the city. You mean I'm not the alpha over here? No.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, we got three guys who are they're on the councils, you know, and I
Oh,
won't give the
shit.
name. Yeah, three guys who are just
Are you on the council?
super strong. No,
Yeah.
How do you get on
But-
the council?
you have to be super strong. I bring in masters.
So it's like
I
a
bring
pu-
masters
it's
from
like
the
a-
University of Pennsylvania. They beat them.
Like a push-up contest?
No,
Oh.
chess.
Oh, okay.
Chess. Purely okay,
Oh,
sorry.
and
Yeah.
push-ups too. Yeah,
They
that's
probably,
true.
yeah, they probably hand our ass to us
Right.
too. Yeah, true.
Right.
Does,
Yeah.
does anyone ever lose and then go double nothing? I bet you I can beat you in a push-up contest.
Yeah, for $100. No, push-ups. No, chess. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
$100. Okay, 200. There's one time they were playing for $300 a game. No, not slow chess. Speed.
Oh yeah. How's that?
Is that time? That's the timer. I always see the timer. I always wondered what
5
that is.
5 minute one time for one side, 5 minute for the other side. Whoever runs out of time loses. So you got to play that entire game. The entire
What's the most
Yeah.
you've ever
Whoa.
seen someone lose here, or win?
in a night.
Yeah.
Myself, $4,000.
Dang! Oh my God! $4 grand in one. How many
Yeah,
games did you
They
play?
started at $100 a game, then it went to 200, then it went to $300 a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And were you battling back and forth trying to win it back and stuff, or was it straight loss?
No,
Oh,
it was two players who knew each other, and they've been doing this for a while, and they said, what? Let's go. What? Double it. What? One of those
Wow.
things.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I was saying, you've been doing this for a while, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you see new guys come in and out, people that you see for a year, 2 years, and then they're somewhere else.
All the time.
And then I imagine it seems like it's a tense environment.
Yes.
Do you ever see like these young guys come in, get in a fight, and you're like, guys, can I finish my game? Can you guys settle that? Like, are you kind of like the elder statesman who's like, can we finish
I
the
am.
game? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how the role?
But sometimes you just gotta let them go because we're men.
Yeah.
There's a young man over there. He's playing the guy in the red
Mhm.
jacket. The young guy is right there. He's 20 years old. I call him the prodigy. We call him
Yeah.
the prodigy. He just won a speed tournament, won another speed tournament. When he came here at 18, he was a little daisy. He was like very quiet, very timid.
Yeah.
Now we can't shut him up.
Yeah.
Because we got him to the point where he is just killing masters and
Mhm.
experts in chess, and he just picked it up like freaking so fast.
Yeah.
We call him the prodigy, and
Yeah.
he's just like exploding. So he's going after the council, the top three guys. He says, "I'm the best. I'm the best." I said, "What are you, 20?" Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
So if he beats the
But-
council, does he get a seat at the council?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do.
Wow.
So this is like a bit of a Pokemon type thing.
yeah.
I don't know if you ever played
Master
Pokemon.
trainer.
Pokemon, you beat.
Poker,
you beat
Godfather.
who's that?
Yeah. It's kind of Sopranos action. He's never
Yeah,
seen
Sopranos,
Sopranos.
right.
Oh, I never seen it. No, sorry.
No.
Let's sit that.
He's
I
in
gotta
a
sit that one
capo
out.
right now, but he's trying to get the. He's
Don't
trying to
say
get to Sopranos.
Pokemon around these guys.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
Pocket monsters, the Japanese term. I'm a bit of a daisy. We've covered that.
Vito's face is so red. I think he's about to turn into a Pokemon.
Yeah, he's getting.
You guys follow Kung Fu? You guys are Kung Fu guys or
No, never.
Chinese?
Nah.
never-
Oh, you a Kung Fu guy? Yeah. It's like you have the white grandmaster with hands behind his back, and he
Yeah.
has white hair, and he's like a super grandmaster Kung Fu. And the regular masters try to fight him. He's like, To attack an enemy and not know his strength is foolish. To still attack when you know his strength is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that stupid don't deserve to live. I mean,
Oh my God.
And that's what the 20-year-old's trying to do right now, kind of.
Wow.
Do you let new people in easily, or does everyone have to
Yes.
go through kind of?
Matter of fact, there's a Canadian group. Canadian father is from Toronto, brought his son in, who's 15, almost your height. He plays basketball too, but he goes to Germantown at this point in time. He said, the father, I took my son to New York. I went to Greenwich Village. I went to Bryant Park. I went to Times Square. Very good players.
Mhm.
And my son says, you guys are stronger than the guys in New York, and we live here. Why did you know it? You know the tolls, the George Washington Bridge, Lincoln Tunnel. He was yelling at me. He's like,
Yeah.
you guys are right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right.
He brings his son here, who's 15, almost your height. And he's like, my son loves it here.
Mhm.
And they here to talk, and they're from Canada. They're here to talk. You know, you guys are Americans, so you know how we roll.
Mhm.
And they're from Canada. They're like, oh, is it okay? I mean, yeah, it's okay. You see, we're international here, but they're really talk like it's pretty dangerous. So yeah, they're dangerous guys.
Right.
But we're here for one thing: chess and getting better.
Is it pretty regulated? Because I guess technically you guys are gambling outside.
Did you say regulated?
Like regulated,
Did
obviously.
you use the word regulated?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably answers that question.
Yeah, I did. I'll say no more about that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you ever have like trouble with like the police and everything around you guys?
Matter of fact, we police the park because sometimes, as you can see, folks just sit here and have a good time.
Yeah.
You get some guys who are homeless who start harassing them. And we
Yeah.
say, yo, don't do that, dog.
Yeah.
This is our park. We police the park. So don't do that here.
Okay.
This is Clark Park. We don't roll like that here.
Yeah.
Could be a rehabilitation process. If you get a homeless guy and he comes up and just amazingly starts playing chess, you bring him in,
he'll be accepted.
get him going. Really?
Absolutely.
Even if he's coming over kind of acting nuts, you'd be like, take a seat.
Yeah, because we're all kind of crazy over there. I mean, we're all
Okay,
crazy.
sure.
We're men. We're all crazy
Sure.
too at certain points.
Do you guys have nicknames for each other?
Hmm?
Do you guys have like nicknames and stuff for each other, or is it just?
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's yours?
Me? They'll call me, which I don't like, Mossy Poo.
Mossy. Yeah, I wouldn't like that one either.
And when they call me Mossy Poo, I said, oh, you're a pretty chess player. And they hate that.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
call me pretty? Well, you call me Mossy Poo. So
Yeah,
I'm going
Mossy
to call
Poo.
you pretty.
How'd you get Mossy Poo?
Yeah, you have to ask them that.
Yeah, okay,
It's totally different. Just call me Vince.
Vince?
It's-
I'll definitely call you that.
But but nicknames are outrageous over there. I mean, the kid I was telling you about, the 20-year-old, we call him the Prodigy.
Yep.
Because he is. And we have Big Joe, who your comrade was fighting
Yeah,
with.
Big Joe. Yep, Big
Yeah,
Joe.
he works with the city.
Okay.
So he's city tough. He's been all around the city. So
Mhm.
he's
Yeah.
he's a big
I think we
dude.
have to worry about that.
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, just for your audience,
No
Big Joe's 6'5", around 270.
Big Joe is certainly Big Joe.
So you
Yeah.
have to call in your buddy over here, to fill in for you.
Your buddy was running that way.
no, you're
Yeah.
fine. No, you're
I'll go down
fine.
with you too.
Yeah, dude.
No, you guys are real man. We picked it up immediately. That's the only reason why I came over here. If you're
I
some
love
kind
that.
of like, I got to be careful in the park because there's a lot of,
Yeah.
as you can see, a lot of lifestyles here. Otherwise, I'm a solid
The real guy, the real man.
old school guy. Yeah,
Old school
Real man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
D Block talk.
Yeah. But I love the guys. As soon as I came over, I said, "Oh, Pat McAfee energy." I love that. I said, "You guys are great." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'll interview with you. It's gonna be fair and balanced." And if it is, I'm like,
It is.
"Yeah, that's cool."
No, this was great. I mean, seriously. Is there anything else you wanted to like? Sorry.
Well,
tell us-
yeah, I don't want to hold up your
Tell
time.
us
No, please.
Tell us about like the New York presence that comes in here. Like,
New York ballers,
Yeah.
straight cocky, know they're the best, and they give us respect because we'll go toe to toe with them.
Mhm.
But overall, they'll kick our ass if
Really?
they call all of the city, because there ain't million
Just more people.
there.
Yeah.
They'll probably beat us,
got
but
it.
they know they're in a fight.
Yeah.
We're all fighters over here. Matter of fact, you have Bert over there. Bert, raise your hand. See, he won't raise his hand. He's actually in. But he
locked in.
says, "We're all fighting.
We're all
Yeah.
We're
fighting.
all fighting. We're
Yeah.
fighters. We're all fighting."
Right.
Yeah,
Firefighter.
yeah.
Firefighters.
Fireman.
We live in the fire.
Teddy Atlas. We
And
live in a
guess
fire.
what? He was Desert Storm.
Sweet.
Oh
shit.
wow.
Yeah, Yeah, so you have a lot of guys here. We're all fighters, and chess is about, you see the nerds saying, "Oh yeah, this, read this book, everything." And then there's the fight, the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite grandmasters of all time is Emmanuel Lasker, Dr. Emmanuel Lasker. He was 1910, 1920, 1930s, and he was a fighter. He was world champion for 28 years, and he didn't really know openings. He said, "Oh, you got to read this book, know this opening." No. He says, "No. You get in there, you hang in there, and then you fight."
Nice.
Fight. And he was world champion for 28 years.
Yeah,
That's
jeez.
philosophy.
When did you get into it?
Just like Americans were fighters.
When did you get into it?
I was very young.
You grew up around here?
No. But when I came, I've been in Philly for like 30 years.
Okay.
And
Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm a Midwesterner.
Midwesterner,
Denver.
okay.
Yeah. So I love this town because it's a fighting town.
Mhm.
This is a bunch of fighters here. And chess is a fight,
Mhm.
more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some intelligence to it too, but bottom line, you can get like I said, I bring masters from universities here, actual titled masters, and they lose out here in Clark Park.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
It really is crazy.
Even I was shocked when the first time I was like, what do I have here?
yeah.
And then I said, these guys are fighters. And Dr. Emmanuel Lasker is right, says in order to be a strong player, you got to have the fight in you. You got to be a fighters. And you guys play sports. We all been in fights. I mean, you guys know what it's like.
Yeah.
It's just that extra will to win, kind of.
The will. That's the key word.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're 100% right. You nailed it. The will. And that's who we are, as a country and everything else. That's who we are.
That's sick.
I
man.
love that.
I love that.
I would have never thought. I would have thought the chess scene in Philadelphia is one to be reckoned with. That's pretty cool. That's why we do the pod, dude.
Yeah.
Trying to learn about stuff like
This is
this.
seriously why, we
This
do
is
it.
really
Why we
it.
started.
Yeah, man.
Well, dude,
So-
thank you so much for
This
sitting
was
down.
great.
Vince, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And do you guys have a name for your stuff? Or are you guys anywhere
We're Clark Park.
Clark Park?
Clark Park.
Okay.
Yeah,
if
Clark
anyone ever
Park,
wants to come to Clark Park and
Test their will.
pay your
better,
dues.
They better be good.
Yeah, you better
Come
be good.
come correct, dude. No checkers over here.
No, it's funny.
Yeah.
What you just said?
Yeah.
When people come here, and they're good players, Class A players, they get crushed, and we say, this is chess, sons, and not checkers.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
There you go.
They get it, too. They're like, okay, yeah, you guys are good. So,
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, Vince, thank you so much, man.
Thanks.
We really
Yeah,
appreciate
this
it.
was great. It was great meeting you.
yeah. I had to hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely.
Yeah, usually I got clammy hands.
Thank you so
but
much.
You're out here. all
Great
the
story.
time, so.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely. Thank you for giving me the time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. Anytime.
Cheers. That was
Are
all me.
you? I'm kind of curious. Are you? And I know you're working during this, so you can't go as much. If you're going to like a sports game, just you hanging out with your buddies, with your girl, how drunk is appropriate to get at a sporting event? At a
Wow.
night sporting event?
Is this me or is this me 10 years ago?
It's you in your idealized version of yourself. What do you think makes the most sense for you and then the general populace around your age? Because I think some guys are just getting plastered, no good. And I think some guys are like, I'll have one beer, and it's also no good.
Aren't you kind of jealous of those guys that can just get plastered in public and not give a shit about anyone else? Eagles fans are like that, where it's even though the stadium's a little bit newer and they've priced a lot of the mongrels from the vet out and everything, there are still people who have come over from the vet that are hanging on to their tickets and stuff that it gets pretty crazy.
Hard to watch.
But I think everyone pre-games
Yeah.
pre-games before because they're not spending $15 on beers and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. I've never been a huge drinker at games because those beers are insane. But if I do go after it, I get after it. I mean, at least they get you the tall boys, so you get a couple tall boys in you and you're good.
Yeah. If you get one or two, I think you get two tall boys, 4 beers.
Two, 3 tall boys, and then just crush at Xfinity Live after.
That's really what the theory is. I think you're right. I think it's kind of you get kind of hammered at the game. You pregame the game a little bit, hammered at the game. Xfinity Live, you might get on the bull.
Oh, yeah.
That's the devil's lettuce. That's the one that's really whispering the entire time. Because once you have 6-7 beers in your system, you get to Xfinity after a good win. The vibes are high. You see a couple dudes before you get on. You're like, that guy's the same size as me. I can get on the bull. But I will say, the minute that a guy gets on the bull, the energy deflates out of PBR bar so quick.
So much.
It's so hard to watch.
When's the last time you were on the bull?
Would you believe it was 2.5 months ago, dude?
Fuck.
And I got on there and I fell off pretty quick.
Yeah, they never want to see the dudes on the bull.
Yeah, they get rid of you quick, which I think is some level of sexism.
I've never been on the bull. I can't bring myself to go on the bull.
No way.
I can't. I think I don't know how to have fun.
You just point to your beer the entire
I don't know how to make a fool of myself, I think. I think I've just had this weird block where I can't shed this like I don't know, this like this guy looks like an idiot. I can't.
You think about that the entire time.
Fuck yeah.
You just sit there like, that's got to be childhood trauma.
True.
Yeah. I think you got to let loose. I think our next pod will just be on the bull. And it'll be you and I talking to each other as we sequentially
I did
get
a
up there.
bull. The bulls aren't fun. They
No,
hurt.
they suck. Yeah, they're not fun at
They
all.
hurt.
Yeah.
My insides kill.
Your dingo?
No, well, no, my was this your quad?
Quad?
Yeah, your quads, man. You got to hold tight onto those things.
I try, and I've
People
done
don't
it many
remember.
times.
People don't understand that. You got to hold tight onto these things.
And
you
I
end
do.
up with like bruises all over your quads and everything.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's
And
actually
you didn't
pretty...
go to a Diddy party?
Whoa, don't bring up the man of the hour, dude. Do not
Diddles.
talk about the diddles. They got him, folks.
Can you
They
believe it?
nabbed him. Diddy is the guy. You're actually probably right, because if you think about what the worst version of you looks like, it looks a lot like P. Diddy. So P. Diddy's getting on the bull. P. Diddy's doing some weird dance on the
I
Jumbotron.
think he's been on the bull for the last 30 plus years, according to what we saw.
I think you're probably right. What did you think about that? He finally, because all the stuff's been building to this.
I got a lot of thoughts on it,
Yeah.
all over the place.
I think, like, I mean, first of all, they catch him. It had to be like a intentional thing to be like 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
So that's the funniest part, where it's like he had AR-15s, he had videos and pictures of some of the most heinous shit you've ever seen, and he also had 1,000 bottles of Johnson & Johnson baby oil. And you know what? This is so weird, but I can kind of relate to Diddy's arraignment. So
Hold on now.
you know,
Kyle P. Diddy?
so back in sophomore year of high school,
Okay.
we all got caught drinking at a kid's house.
Yeah.
And called into the disciplinarian's office. You went to Catholic school. They take that shit way more seriously than they really should. And so some shit was stolen, and the kid was away. He gave our buddies his password to his garage
Yeah.
and said, hey, throw a party. My parents won't care, or my parents won't know, blah, blah, blah. But some shit was stolen. The freezer door was left open. So like it kind of like traced back to like, yo, what the fuck happened when we were gone?
Mm-hmm.
So we all get called in the disciplinarian's office. And obviously, like, you're 15 years old, 16 years old. It's one of the first times I ever drank. So I got caught. And I was just like, shitting a brick. Like, my parents are going to fucking kill me.
Absolutely.
So all of a sudden, they're talking about, like, what they got. So they're like, all right, $300 was stolen. A PlayStation was stolen as well. And then the video game Banjo-Kazooie was also stolen. And all of us bit the fuck out of our tongue because we couldn't laugh in that situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Stealing Banjo-Kazooie
That's
is Diddy's 1,000 bottles of lube.
that's crazy, dude. Because I bet you there's a lot of times Diddy was with some lady that didn't want to be there, and he's like about to give you the old Banjo-Kazooie,
Yeah,
and she's like, "Please no."
I'd rather be playing Banjo-Kazooie right now.
Yeah, I'm about to play it inside
Did you see him before he, like, hours before he was getting arrested?
in the park, huh?
Playing hacky sack.
Played hacky sack. Tell him to play tennis or play chess.
He's playing some hacky sack.
That takes a whole level of like, that's the stuff that makes me nervous. Like him getting arrested, that's good to see, but then him getting arrested and knowing he was playing hacky sack, aren't you kind of like, you knew this was coming, you're not worried about it?
But even the crazier video was him listening to a kid's mixtape on the street.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's listening to this dude's mixtape off this guy's phone, and in the TMZ article it says our tipster said he would have signed him if it was in better circumstances. I'm like, Diddy, you got to be thinking of in better circumstances. Actually, might be the greatest excuse of all time.
That is.
So now everybody who sucks rapping comes up to you and be like, yeah, dude, the time was better for me right now. I definitely would have signed you.
Isn't that funny? The older you get, you just talk more and more like Trump, dude. That's such a Trump line to be like, under better circumstances.
In better circumstances, I would have signed you, dude.
I would have signed you,
Would've
but
signed you.
unfortunately, the witch hunt continues.
And then your boy Ak.
Dude, I'm pro Ak. I know I was talking crud on him last time. I'm pro Ak. Majorly pro Ak, even.
This guy
Oh, I'm here.
was sitting on his stream at noon, watching the Diddy arraignment, just ripping from a bottle of tequila.
I'm waiting to hear the bad part, dude.
it was noon.
That sounds.
This old ass dude.
Yeah.
Go start a family.
First
Ak.
of all, not old. He's perfectly aged. He's 38 or
Dude.
whatever.
ripping, just straight. I think I watched a 30-second clip. He must have pulled 4 times.
Dude, he's in straight just self-made content creation, that's when you've earned being an alcoholic.
And dude, he makes the funniest faces too, like the funniest reactions.
He does.
He's like, and he has in the top left his like GoFundMe for Drake to perform at the Super Bowl. He's an insane person, dude.
He's the bro, dude. Sometimes bros look out for bros, and that's something you just don't get.
Dude, Drake's gonna have to get a restraining order against him. It's gotten that bad.
Yeah.
Dude's pulling tequila, defending Drake, and watching Diddy arraignments with
And just like, and he's one of those guys that like,
1,000 bottles of lube. 1,000 bottles of lube.
Is that what he's saying? He's one of those guys that you're like, I used to think you were playing a character, but you might just be this fucking out of your mind.
I can't do it because we're in a public place, but he like screams like Meek,
Yeah.
Meek, and Meek's getting a little sassy on the internet
Meek's getting very sweet on the internet,
because
dude.
now the Diddy Meek video, which I am Team Meek on this one, but he's getting very sassy and he's releasing a lot of statements that are not denying the video. He's just like, all these billionaires that I've been around, all these millionaires that I've been around. I made myself into a millionaire. I've been reforming people all these times and everything. And now people want to do these bot campaigns against me. People from my city are turning on me and everything. It's like, dude, just deny that you're in the video.
Just
we don't need the 10 tweet thread, dude.
His PR team has to be like, for Christ's sake, deactivate his Twitter. Just
PR
let
team
us
is
do
Michael
it.
Rubin.
Just let us do it, dude.
What's up, man? How are you?
Let's go, man.
We're recording a podcast called Men at Work. We asked you what they do for a living. And so we just kind of come out to different places and stuff. So we came to Clark Park for one. Yeah. If you, are you on the job right now? Can you talk or no? Yeah.
5 minutes, maybe? 5 quick minutes? Talk about the...
Give me
Let's
five
go, man.
minutes? Yeah, dude.
I love that.
Let's talk about it. Here, go on this side because we have headphones for
over
you and
here
everything.
all that, Yeah. Must be kind of interesting to talk about SJU public safety. I can't...
Yeah, dude. You guys...
Probably busy.
You guys are probably busy now. You just bought up a bunch of different... and grab that mic for me. You guys just bought up... Did you guys just buy up colleges, like different colleges and stuff now?
I don't know if we boarded a couple colleges, but I know that we might be closing the one down here.
Got it.
Down U City.
Got it.
So I don't know if they expanding or decreasing.
Got it. And so what do you handle... what does St. Joe's have down here in West Philadelphia?
They have a campus over there, right on Woodland, 42nd and Woodland.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the U City campus.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little smaller than the normal one.
Yeah.
So they just get the kids that has special programs and just put them down here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Have you been in public safety before? Is this your first public safety job?
No, I've been in public safety for like at least 10 years.
Where else you been?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've been at Penn Hospital, right on 54th Cedar. And then I was at the university also.
What's your favorite one so far?
The hospital.
Yeah.
Really?
Why'd you at the hospital?
You really get to save people, help people, and also that you can. It's so many different people that come in there. You never know what you're going to get.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it keeps it interesting and stuff.
Yes,
now you're
always.
kind of just like chilling. I mean, it's probably a little like sometimes it could be good not having such an excitable job. Maybe you get to throw a podcast in or some headphones in. And
Yeah,
stuff. Watch some
seriously.
Netflix and
Yeah,
stuff. You know?
Well, are you
I used to go to
dealing-
Temple, man. I know how those
Yeah,
guys
I mean-
who check the IDs, man. They're just half the time watching Netflix and letting
yeah.
anyone go
No,
in.
but we more on the we more patrol. So they honestly just I don't want to talk for them really,
Yeah.
but they kind of stick to one area.
Yeah.
Just being letting people in, showing IDs and everything. We more of a we walk around, we patrol the area, we do stuff more like that. So make sure the community and everything is safe around the school.
You don't get a gun.
Oh nah.
Taser?
No.
Walkie-talkie?
You're all just
Yeah,
hands.
yeah, we got walkie-talkie.
And what else? Anything else?
Nah.
So just people can just catch these hands if they start acting up.
Yeah.
That's what they gotta do. Hey.
Sleeper hold?
I like that.
Yeah, we train
Noogie?
to no, they train us to we take a couple classes, Act 235 classes also. So yeah, they make sure that we equip, but we really can't bring any type of weapons around
What moves they teaching out there?
It's a couple of little locks, little takedowns. Yeah.
Have we ever had to use them
Hip
before? You ever
toss.
had to throw one out?
Well,
hip
working in the
toss,
hospital.
they that's illegal in the NFL now.
Yeah, it
True.
is. It
True, that's a
is.
flag.
It is.
Yeah.
Should the public safety guys? That should be 15 yards.
For real, man.
You do it to the guy, you got to back up 15 yards.
Yeah,
God
yeah,
damn it.
yeah.
You
Be
get the 15-yard head
penalized
start.
for it.
Yeah.
Here come the fines. Yeah.
But go ahead. You were saying something about having to use them before.
Oh yeah. So in the hospital, man, like I said, you never know what you're gonna get. People
Sure.
be in there. They be in there for so much pain or loss. You never really know. So people be coming there acting how they need to act sometimes, or some people don't need to act, especially if they lose somebody real crucial to the family. So it'll be a lot of emotions going around, and
So I imagine you can gauge that to some effect, where you see somebody who's dealing with like a major loss and you'll give them a little more leeway. There's
Yeah.
got to be just some, kind of dickheads that are just in there acting up, and you're like, yo, I might have to do something
guy
pretty
deserves
quicker
a
than
sleeper.
yeah.
yeah. Sometimes the sleeper hold is cause for certain people, but most of the time you kind of try to show a little empathy with
Sure.
them,
Yeah.
and you could understand when they lose somebody significant to them, and how would you want to be treated.
Sure.
So yeah, you try to treat people the way that the scene calls for almost. Yeah. Some people you really do got to put in a chokehold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, people just hurt.
Yeah.
So you just gotta connect to
Put them in a
them.
chokehold of love.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing this.
yeah.
I don't want to be doing this. I love you. It's not your
Love you.
fault.
It's
Yeah.
called tough love.
It's tough. That's the
Yeah.
toughest of love.
I like that. That's good for the insurance companies. It was tough love, sir.
Yeah.
It was not a chokehold.
Well, there's
Yes,
got to
no,
be got to
no.
be less of that now that you're working on like a college campus. Are you
Oh,
dealing with
yeah,
like
no.
drunk idiots all the time?
Actually, man, we got some of the best kids, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's very respectful.
No
Because
kid.
they all live in Manayunk.
True.
Most of them, yeah, they do, yeah. But no, some of them come from different places, but they got some respect. Parents be very respectful. Yeah.
Why'd you leave the hospital if you liked it so much?
To be honest, man, it was something called mandatory overtime. I wasn't feeling that. Yeah.
Mandatory overtime.
Were they paying
Yeah.
you for that?
Oh yeah, they was paying me, but at the 8-hour shift, sometimes you would want to just go home. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
but no, but they'd make you stay though.
And they
How
can.
much
so
longer? Sorry.
Another
sorry.
8 hours. Sometimes.
You be working doubles?
Yeah. And I just
And mandatory doubles?
I just got a new family too, man. I can't be staying
man.
with
Hell yeah.
playing with them all day.
Right.
Chokehold, everybody,
Yeah, dude.
left and right. I gotta get home.
Yeah.
It's like,
16 hours of chokeholds, man. That weighs on people.
Yeah,
You
man.
get home, your lady's gonna put you in a chokehold after
True.
another 8
Yeah,
hours.
Trust me, she already did a couple times, man.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Came back to work with one eye open. yeah.
Man. My God. Anything else you got?
No, I'm trying. I just can't get. I mean,
I
it's
mean, I
good to hear that we
hated.
got-
I'm glad to meet a public safety person because, I mean, I hated you guys in college. You were
Man.
you were like,
I hate us now.
Yeah.
Don't even we gotta do so much to prevent y'all from hurting yourselves.
I hear
So
you.
yeah, and I remember how I felt when I would like have to take somebody things or confiscate. I feel like I'm in the way or I'm drawing or something like that.
what do they do with those beers that they take?
Makes the second overtime go by a little bit quicker.
The mandatory doubles now you want to work
A
them.
couple Modelo's makes that second shift not too
No,
bad.
we supposed to hand them in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make it to the Christmas party?
They might do it. I don't know.
Notice he started with supposed to. We're
Yeah.
supposed to. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. I knew it. And dude, let me jump off the roof, all right? I'm 19 years
One time.
old.
Whoa.
One time.
Let me jump
No.
off the roof into the pool, or let me jump off the roof onto the
Whoa.
table, dude.
A
I'm
safe
19 years
two-story.
old. I
A
got
safe
strong
two-story.
bones at 19.
Well,
This is not the Buffalo Bills. We gonna save you, okay?
All
We
right.
can't let you do that.
You'll be
man.
catching me on the way down. I like that.
that's
Thank
pretty
you.
fair. That's
Thank
pretty
you.
fair.
Thank
Put
you.
a nice table right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Table blocks, not to be
All right,
broken.
man. Well, hey, good luck on your patrol.
All right, y'all have fun out here. I
Dude,
love what y'all
thank you so
doing
much.
out here, man. Keep up the good work.
We
man.
really
brother.
appreciate it. You were
Appreciate
great,
it.
man. That was a lot of fun, man. Thank you so much.
Nice. Yo, you want to come on? Go ahead on this
Over
side.
this side, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? How are you? Thanks for hopping on.
Welcome.
Doing good, man.
Throw
Just
some
grab these-
headphones on and grab a mic.
If you want. If you don't want the headphones, no worries. Whatever's comfiest.
We're talking about your job. Yeah. Whatever you do for a living.
So I hear you went to Temple, one of you.
Yes, I went to Temple.
Yeah, I work at Temple University.
Sweet. What do you do there? You teach?
No, I'm not a professor. I do our industry engagement work for the School of Sport, Tourism, and Hospitality Management.
Dude, this guy's never had me in class to speak to his people.
Not yet. Not yet.
Damn.
This could be the
Not
moment.
yet.
This could be
Not
the moment
yet.
of joining
Dude.
minds.
I'm gonna be on the not to brag, but the Temple Made and Temple Proud alums.
Oh,
I'm going to be on that video, that sizzle reel during the football games and the basketball games this year. Football
Terrific.
games, no one goes, so they won't be able to see me. But basketball games, when they're there,
What are you
That's-
mowing the lawn in the background? What are you doing at that?
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I'm
that's terrific.
is it, so
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that kind of gives you some cred, right?
Yeah, a little
If you-
bit.
I'm going to be there with Merrill Reese. I'm going to be there with like Michael Barkan. Like,
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Were you a Klein student then?
no, I was
you-
a Fox business student.
You were Fox. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Marketing guy. But no, I do sports, a blog for Crossing Broad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never been invited, but that's okay. Hey, I don't hold it. I don't.
Again, this is all
We'll try
not
and
yet.
make that happen.
Maybe I'll donate when they call. Maybe I'll donate if I get to talk to one class.
And then donate to Drake going to the Super Bowl. But as you were saying,
I'd literally
yes.
be the worst person to ever talk. I'd be like, "Fuck a degree."
Okay, probably not
Sorry.
ideal.
I know, so I know I'm not selling myself right now.
Probably not the best.
But anyway,
talking
anyway.
Selling your Temple experience.
I love Temple. I
Yeah.
just loved everything other than going to class.
I see. Yeah.
It's not my podcast. It's your time to shine. So industry engagement.
Yes. Yeah.
So what's your deal?
So my job, we have an office, a Center for Industry Engagement, and the idea is because our degrees are so hands-on and practical, sport and recreation management and tourism, hospitality, and events, that you really have to go out and learn by doing. So we have our students do 15 to 18 credits of internship, and then another 250 hours of industry hours. So working events,
Oh yeah,
maybe
I had a
helping
bunch
out,
of buddies.
yeah,
Had a bunch of buddies in tourism and hospitality.
yeah. So my job is to build relationships with those employer partners and alumni sometimes.
Got it. Okay.
Because we don't place our students.
Yeah.
They have to get the internship, the job, the industry hours, but
Do they have to pay him?
we do need to give them connections and
Mm-hmm.
contacts. So that's kind of what I do.
Do they pay them for these so-called internships?
They do
Okay.
more now than before. Not
Back
all.
then, I
Not all,
graduated
but
in 15. I
Okay.
had one paid and one unpaid.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and now they're more paid nowadays.
Yeah,
That's good.
much more.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have
Actually-
any opinions on like unpaid internships? Were you kind of in the background being like,
You
this is
probably went
not
through a couple.
great?
I mean, everything I did, most of what I did was unpaid. That's a long time ago. But
Sure.
yeah, I mean, we always talk to employers about, listen, I mean, these students are doing meaningful work,
Oh, yeah.
and you should dedicate a budget line to them.
100%.
So that has happened. But the interesting part is some employers that say hired 20 interns in a year, when they switch to the paid model, the amount of opportunities decrease because now they're budgeting for them. So it might be like 4 or 5 in a year.
Sell
Yeah.
more product, make more money.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
You have-
much.
You have more manpower. That's supposed to be the whole way it
Here's-
works.
here's-
Hire more people,
yeah.
make more stuff, sell more stuff.
Here's the world's smallest violin at these
Yeah.
at these
That's
companies.
right.
That's a
right.
pretty
Sorry
sell.
that we can't pay $15 an hour for an intern.
That's pretty
Yeah.
self. Yeah, that's
Or,
crazy.
or even just a stipend, or like
Yeah.
give them a
Credit sometimes is great for class and
that's
stuff
right.
because those are worth something.
Pay for a master's, things like that. Leave them in the
yeah.
program. Yeah.
I got to talk to you though, man, about college and stuff because I see it now with like NIL and everything. For sports players, anyway, college has become secondary.
Yeah.
Obviously, for people who aren't, D1 5-star athletes,
Yeah.
college is necessary. Do you see a world where we take it from 4 years to maybe 2 to maybe 2.5? Maybe I don't have to do mosaics 1. Maybe I don't have to do mosaics 2. Maybe I don't have to do English 101 or Spanish for second
basket
credit.
weaving. Right.
Basket weaving. I don't have to do yoga my senior year because I ran out of stuff to do. Like, do you ever see do they have conversations about that in upper education right now?
It's interesting. Well, I don't hear much of that, to be honest. But the NIL, I mean, athletics. It's the Wild West right now.
Yeah.
Between, students. Basically, it's free agency.
Yeah.
Student athletes. So I think that, I mean, in the student athlete space, yeah, that's going to be very dynamic. Continue to change. A school like Temple and the American Conference is going to struggle.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. But, the student athlete numbers at Temple is probably less than, 10% of our student body. So I think there's a focus on doubling down on a 4-year or a 4+1, getting your master's
But I'm
degree.
saying, do you think we'll ever be able to, kind of half college? Like cut college in half. Why do I got to pay 4 years when I can just probably do it in 2?
I think it depends on the industry.
Got
I
it.
think some will
Okay.
never move that way, but others, yeah.
What kind of industries would you say that would maybe move and maybe stay?
I think, to be honest, some of our service industries and maybe even a communications marketing degree, because there's a lot of certificates. There's education online on YouTube that you can.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of learn in other ways,
Got it.
and access some jobs and opportunities. So,
But I can imagine that would make it tough for professors and people that are tenured. You're kind of cutting half of their, basically client pool that they're coming through.
it would, but higher ed needs to continue to change and morph. So that's the struggle.
A little bit of reset.
Yeah.
And you know what? Shout out to me for growing up. I know that my
Shout out
buddies,
to me.
my buddies were
Grew up in Fishtown?
No.
Okay,
Just
all right.
growing up mentally
Yeah.
and having a brain. I remember my buddies were like, "Yeah, so I can't graduate until I do." And this is sports and hospitality. Until I do an internship for a full year or 1 semester.
Yeah, we have a full-time one semester
one. And I
internship.
was like, "That's fucking bullshit."
So, the idea behind it is it's basically the last thing you do before you graduate. And ideally, it's a 3-month interview.
And then everyone got jobs.
And you convert it into
Yeah, not a bad gig.
Everyone ended up getting
yeah.
jobs. I was like, maybe that 3-month internship was right.
Yeah.
So you're paying for the tuition for those last 12 credits. Hopefully now you're getting paid in the internship.
Sure.
But you're walking into, your first full-time gig, ideally.
Because back then it was unpaid and
Yeah.
stuff. But now, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Last
Shout
time,
out to me,
yeah,
man. Shout out to me.
absolutely. Complete shout out, dude. We can't wait to see you in the video talking about how bad degrees are. That's crazy.
Dude, tell me proud.
Yeah, look, the honesty is the best policy, except in this exact instance. But I guess last thing we'll ask you: gap years, good, bad? Are they worth it? What do you think?
I have a nephew that did one, so I'll speak from that perspective. My kids, I have 2 kids. They're not in college or age yet. They're getting there, but for him personally, it made a big difference.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It did. He was in a program where they were out, in the West, literally camping, hiking, living on a ranch, stuff like that. He was surrounded by a lot of kids with challenges, and he didn't really fit in with that group, but he was homeschooled. He wasn't quite ready for the college experience. He did great when he went to his 4-year institution. So I think they're meaningful for the right student, for the right youngster.
Kind of just like
Yeah.
studying abroad is good for the right
Yeah,
person.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and listen, guys, there's a lot of options. Community college, maybe just getting a certificate like we talked about, doing a gap year. So again, higher ed is kind of at a crossroads. There's less 18-year-olds. I mean, the demographics, there's less.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah, it seems to
college
be,
age freshmen every year.
Oh, they're gonna get smoked in our generation.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah.
Our generation isn't getting married till like 35, popping out kids till like 37.
Yeah, it's gonna settle
There's
down to
going to be
50s.
another dip. You're right, in another generation. So yeah, it's interesting.
All right.
Yeah, interesting topics though. Yeah,
This is great.
No,
yeah.
man, thank you so much. And like anyone that might be listening to this and thinking about going to Temple, if you find this, I love Temple. I owe
Good.
so much
Yeah.
to Temple.
Yeah, that's great.
And
I owe nothing to them. I went
Still-
to Rowan. So
Where'd you go? Okay, yeah,
so-
that's a good institution too.
still never been. Have you been invited back?
I don't think I ever
Man.
really went there, to be totally honest with you. I don't know what I learned, but
That makes
what can
2
you
of
do?
us.
I'll get your information. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make the connection.
I don't know. After this
I like
interview,
it.
do you want me back?
I like it. I love it.
All right, I'll just go in there and be like, hey, look up at the video board during the games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's me.
maybe see
Walk
a
out.
familiar face.
Walk out. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much.
This
Yeah.
was great, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good
Great
chat with
meeting
you
you.
guys.
Thanks so
Yeah,
much.
He has all our information and all our podcast stuff and everything. He can give you my shit too.
Okay, good.
We got to do an outro and we got to get the hell out of here, really.
All
actually.
right, sounds good.
Thank you, though, man.
Thanks again, man. Thanks. Really
Appreciate you. All right, everybody. Well, hey, that's the podcast. If you're still with us, thank you so much. We are filming this, and if you are still with us, we should have put this in the beginning. We are filming this Wednesday, September 17th, and this is not coming out till the 24th, so some of this stuff might be dated.
A little bit.
So if you find it that it is, that's the reason being. We're very, very busy. Are you busy with any dates?
We got, yes. So this comes out the 24th. The 27th, no, I'm lying to you. 27th, I'll be in Walt Disney World being a Disney adult with my girlfriend, and I'm going to try to see if I can get Disney teeth by then.
Disney
like
teeth?
this. Yeah, when I smile and my gums come out, that's a Disney adult smile.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. But the 26th, come to 1972 Distillery in Ben Salem. I'm on a great lineup with a bunch of very funny comedians. That'll be a fun show. And then check the Instagram. I'm trying to get better at getting the dates onto the pod's Instagram. So keep an eye out there, cutie boys.
Cool. And yeah, I mean, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate everybody always listening and stuff. We love you guys.
The best.
And we'll talk to you when we see you next. Peace.